he's already started, and I think
At
he's
Yale?
been- no, in New York.
Oh, okay.
God, is he at Columbia? One of the large hospitals he's working in, and he absolutely fell in love with it, and I think this is good for him because oh my gosh, he's smart. He is just so. Yeah, that's.
So you use
You
the
know,
inset right now.
I am using the insect, of course, but
So basically this is the
they
same.
look exactly, don't they? This is supposed to arrive this afternoon.
Okay.
Well, those are the same ones you have,
And
right?
did you
Well,
order the,
Similar.
did they send you, do you know?
She said 90.
Okay,
Autos.
put that on here.
She said that's what the prescription read
Oh, okay.
from
That's
Dr.
right.
Padilla.
Okay. All right. So you can take, well, usually I have you practice, but I know you know how to do an inset. So it's basically the same.
Okay, if it's
So-
pretty much the,
Yeah. And then you'll have an extra one just in case they don't come. But
thank you,
you should be fine.
thank you. This should be 2.5 days to 3 days, I assume.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this does hold 100 more units than your Animas pump. So it holds 300.
Yeah, I read that, yeah.
Oh, that's
So,
nice.
but we
It
certainly
holds-
don't want you to load it up too much so you wear it too long. So.
Uh,
But if, you know, if you've ever been tempted, if you've ever said, oh, I wish this Animas pump would hold more insulin, now you got a pump that holds more insulin.
If you want, yeah.
Yeah, because really, the usable insulin in an Animas pump is probably about 180, 170, 180 after you prime it. This you can fill it up, you know, like 220, and then you'd have 200.
You'd still, yeah.
So, but those will last as long as the insulin lasts? Those injecting things?
No,
Yeah, these go together, just like Animas. She
This is
uses
one
one of these and one of these. So this is the actual cartridge. This is the syringe to get the blood, the insulin out of the bottle.
You see, this requires syringes, where
Okay.
my other one does not.
Well, you basically, I mean, it was a syringe, it was
Yeah,
just the cartridge.
It was
though.
just in the, yeah.
So this is just a little more complex. What is inside of here is a plastic bag. That's why they can get this smaller, and they can hold more insulin in a smaller space. So go ahead and open these up
Okay.
and put them together. Are you recording me? Have to be nice.
Yeah, it's actually recording.
Well, what you said. Okay.
And then unpeel that. Comes up apart the same way.
This end, yeah.
And you're going to screw this on the top of the syringe. Okay. And then you'll notice the syringe. So this is 300 units. Each one of these hash marks is 10 units. Okay. So how much do you think you want to fill your pump up with?
I would go the 300 and lose a certain amount, so it would be 2 whatever. No?
Do you want to do the same as your Animas, or you want to get a little bit more in here?
A little bit more.
Okay. So I would recommend maybe like 220.
Oh, not to go to the 300?
Well, we don't want you to wear it like 4 days
Oh.
to use up the insulin. We don't want you to waste insulin.
That's right.
So we want you to
Excellent.
keep kind of on the same every 3 day schedule.
Okay, let's do that. To do it to the 3.
So that's 300 units.
Oh, I mean,
You want to do like 220? Because if sometimes
Okay.
you change it at 2.5 days. Is that because you run out of insulin?
yes.
Okay. So with this
Because
pump,
lately I'm using more,
right.
which is the, but
So it's
hopefully
so
I'll
now
be
you
using
can
less
do
now.
you could even go up to like 250 if you want.
Okay, let's
So,
start
It doesn't
there.
matter a lot. Okay.
250. I'm
Okay.
gonna write this down though, because I know look at all this paper I bought
You do
for
better.
no reason.
You do better writing things down.
250. 250. And that would be for the, yeah, but, 250 units. Okay. 250 units.
Alright, so you should be familiar with putting the air in, what you do with your animus, right? So put the air in the bottle and then pull out 250.
That bottle will be loose like that.
I want to wait.
I popped it. Pardon?
I always wait till I get it all in there and then,
Oh, do you?
I mean, that way you
Okay.
don't have to worry about it. It's gonna fall off there.
I think you got it.
Well, let me bring it up.
There you go.
Oh, is this 50
The
right
top.
here?
No, the top of that.
It's 10.
Here.
I thought they were, each line was 10 units.
That's 50 right there.
Oh, what? Oh, I'm on,
So go ahead and get the
That's right.
bubbles out.
That's like it.
So,
Yeah. I don't know, is that
yeah. Now with this,
different from,
you know, with animus, you take this off, and so you don't have to worry about the air in here, but you do have to worry about the air
okay.
in that yellow part. All right. So what we're gonna do first, and this is what makes it a little more complex. So go ahead and open that up. This is your cartridge.
Yeah, not on the wrong end. Yes, I got it in the middle, but
I've done it more. All right, so where you put the needle on this is that white place right there, okay? So what we're gonna do, unfortunately, you can't just push it in there because I think they tried to explain on the video, there's a little bit of air left in here.
Oh.
Do you remember seeing that? So they
yeah, I
have you,
think it
yeah.
said something about that.
so it's called burping the cartridge. So
Oh.
you have to, I'm not gonna do it for you, but I'm gonna show you. So you're gonna take this and put it in that white place, and don't worry if it doesn't go in all the way.
Yeah, it said it'll stop.
It will.
It will.
Okay, it stops, and then what I do is I let go of the cartridge. I change my hands, and then with my right hand, which is the strongest, I pull up really hard, and you're gonna see
Oh.
some big bubbles come up.
Oh.
Okay, I want you to do that.
Well, but you didn't put anything in it though.
I'm not putting anything in it at this stage. I'm taking stuff out.
Oh.
Put it in now.
Oh,
Go
it
in this.
stopped. It stopped.
It did. It did, yeah. It's
That
supposed to
was
do
quick.
that. So you're gonna hold onto this, and then you're gonna pull this up really hard, and you're gonna see bubbles coming up. You can uncover it. See?
All the way?
See?
Oh
Yep.
my gosh.
Yep, you can do it all the way to the 3.
Oh yeah, look
Getting
at the
all bubbles
bubble.
out.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, and then you can let go, and then you're gonna take the whole syringe out. Take it out, take the whole,
Alright.
syringe. There you go. Now you're gonna get rid of that bubble. You're gonna turn it up, just like you always do,
Oh,
and you're gonna get rid of that. So what you've done, you've just taken the rest
taking
of the air,
the air out of that.
and now you're gonna get rid of that.
That I think is what I didn't quite understand on the.
So what
I just
happened,
let it
back when I
goes.
worked at Animas, this came out, and they had a horrible launch, because everybody was getting the air in their tube, and they finally figured out there's some air left in this bag.
Ah,
So once they have you do this, then it works much better.
it comes out. So I just do this way?
Well, how do you usually get bubbles out?
I just do this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just push it up so you don't have any more bubbles.
All the way to the end there.
You don't want any bubbles. Now, there's nothing that's not against the law to, sometimes you get a little rambunctious and you push too much up there. You did a
No.
really good job, but you're allowed to go back into the insulin and get more.
Oh, okay.
Because the next thing we're going to do is put this inside of here. So you want to double check. You have 250 in there. That looks great. You don't have any bubbles.
See, this says 240 to me, but that's
Okay.
not.
If you want 250.
No.
I mean, it's kind of arbitrary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't
I
matter.
don't think
I
that's-
usually go to
I got
that
it.
first,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have to be really.
That's good.
But it is going to be more than what you're used to.
All right, now put it back in.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. And so now you're going to go back into that white place, and you're going to push it all in. Now you're ready to fill it up. There you go. Now just push it in, slow and steady.
It's like an awful lot of insulin going in
There, and then you're gonna just keep that, and then pull the whole thing out. Beautiful.
there. Oh,
All right.
very
Now
good.
this
Oh,
can,
This has to be.
you put this in your sharps and you can throw this away.
Right.
Just like- Okay.
Mhm.
So now you have a filled cartridge. It's all ready to go. At this point, you can pick your pump up, and you can turn over your sheet. Always have the full cartridge ready before you put it into the pump. Okay? So do it exactly
do
the way
all
we
of
did.
that
Get this
first.
ready before you start loading it in. Okay?
or the pump will beep, 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 and it'll go nutty.
Well, it'll just slow everything down if you have to stop and
Oh,
do all
well,
that.
sure.
It's a pretty quick process, and you need a full cartridge to follow all the steps. Okay, you're gonna turn the pump on.
Okay, but we're gonna take it out of its case.
No,
Nope, you don't have to take it out of its case for anything.
no,
Oh, not here.
no, it's on the other side,
In here?
on the
Okay.
top.
How do you
Whichever.
turn your pump
It's on the top there, and the top of it.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
silver anymore.
Anyway.
on? Okay, your 1, 2, 3 went to the bottom
Oh.
because now you have your,
Oh, gotcha.
you gotta follow the green. Get rid of the green.
Oh, dear.
You didn't hit it
Gotta
hard
touch it
enough.
hard. 1, and it should make a noise. Sorry.
And it's turning off too. I thought it was supposed to stay on longer.
Well, 2 minutes has passed. Well, he stays on 2 minutes. So.
All right, she got it. I'll show her how to do that.
Well,
Oh, and I didn't mention this, but this is home. So just push T, and it'll take you home. So this is your home screen, just like on the Animas.
okay.
Okay?
The
All right.
options. All right.
Option. An option is to load your pump up with insulin. So let's go to options. And let's go down. The load option is down.
Oh, you have to hit it harder than I thought.
And you see something that says load? Load insulin?
Load is at the top.
Mm-hmm. And then it's asking you, what are you doing?
Okay, change cartridge,
Excellent.
that's it.
Okay.
Disconnect set from your body and press next to continue. Okay, well, it's not. Remove the cartridge and install the filled cartridge.
Alright, so that's, you probably wondered what this was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
tool.
to remove the
Yep.
thing?
So what you're gonna do is, it goes right into here, and you're just gonna twist it, and it's gonna pop out this way. Just like a little lever.
Oh, I had it out yesterday.
Yeah, it says, what is this? I said, I have no idea.
I think you got it.
Oh,
Yep, just pull
okay.
it.
It's pulled this way?
Mm-hmm. Right here, this is the cartridge.
Oh,
You're pulling this. Pull it straight out.
oh dear, okay.
So that's old.
That's garbage
Oh,
now?
that's the garbage.
It's garbage.
Yeah, she had a fit when I was pulling it out yesterday.
Yeah, I
That's
said, what are
garbage.
you doing?
It's garbage, yeah. It's just, it's a fake cartridge. Is what it is.
Oh.
Oh,
You
okay,
just
so I just
slide that in.
slide that in that way.
Mm-hmm. And push hard. You want to hear it click, just like it just did.
There you go.
Excellent.
Just click.
All right. You did what it asked. Remove the cartridge. You remove the cartridge and insert a filled cartridge. Press the unlock button when complete. So you completed
That's
it.
complete. Press next.
Mhm.
Detecting.
So it has little sensors in there, and it won't advance until it goes to 100. So you just have to wait.
Okay.
All right. So check. The cartridge has been changed. So now read that carefully. It's asking you to do something.
Make sure the next set is disconnected from your body. Set and securely connect the tubing to your cartridge. Press
Okay,
next
so-
to fill your tubing with insulin.
So
Yeah,
you're
brother.
gonna prime. You're just priming. That's all
Okay.
you're doing. Where's your tubing? When you have your insulin pump, where's your tubing?
Oh, right here.
I know, but how do you get it?
How do you get it?
Where is it? Where's your tubing on this table?
It's in the injector.
Isn't it wound around here?
Oh, I'm getting confused. I'm
Sorry.
getting confused. No, that's okay. It's just, yeah, I see.
Oh,
what you
does she,
meant by
she
here.
connects it first before she,
Here it is. It's in
This
here,
is
yes.
exactly
This
what
is
you're
the same
doing
as
when you
mine.
prime.
Oh, similar.
You're
Yes.
priming the tubing. So when it says,
Make-
so the next step is to fill the tubing. They're not calling it prime, but it's exactly the same thing.
And
So it
securely
wants you to
connect
connect
to the tubing.
The
Okay.
tubing, instead of connecting it to the pump, you're gonna connect it to that thing.
Okay. I'm looking at you thinking, I'm thinking cannula instead of
Tubing and
anything
cannula are
else.
two different things.
I know.
You know that. But you do prime your tubing. I know you do, with your animals.
Yes, I do, yes.
Mhm.
Of course.
looks like the same one.
It does.
It's exactly the same, except this is the only thing.
This is the sad part. I've got quite a few of
Yeah.
these, but they're
I
not
know, I
insects.
know. This,
They're insects.
yeah. So this is the only thing that's different.
Okay.
So that screws into that.
So you do that immediately.
Does that screw in?
Screws in as hard as you can.
Yeah.
There's no click or nothing, but you just want it really tight.
Oh, that's cool.
And they said, and then tighten it again because
Yeah.
make sure
This
or
is
you'll
all part of your tubing.
it'll dribble.
I haven't had mine dribble at all. So
Really?
you don't have to like superhuman tight.
Okay.
Okay? Alright, you did what it asked, now what are you gonna do?
I'll have to prime it.
Mm-hmm. You do.
Oh gosh. I usually have a piece of paper towel
You
underneath
want me
me.
to try and get one?
Well, you know what, I think I can put one out here, can't I?
You can.
Uh-oh. Well, that's a squeal.
Let's see what it's trying to tell you. Follow the green. Try to get rid of the green. Green, green, green. You always.
Oh,
No, this green. Sorry.
oh, you mean, oh, okay, this. You have to do this anyway, right?
You have to get rid of the green. Go to. No. You have to do it in succession.
It's so much easier when it's
Green,
not in this
green,
thing.
green. Well, we can take it out if you want.
No, I'm just saying, it's just,
So what is
oh,
that saying?
fill tubing alert, so it's ready for me.
So it's
Okay.
basically, it's just reminding you you haven't completed it yet because it's
Yeah.
taken so long.
Gotcha.
So what are you gonna do? You just close it.
Close.
Okay.
Make sure that, here we are again, yeah. And we're going to securely connect the tubing to. Press next to fill your tubing. with
Right?
insulin.
Now with this pump, you actually have to start it,
Okay.
and it doesn't. It goes a lot slower than
The other
the
one.
Animus. So
Yeah.
this is one thing that takes. Do you prime it like this, or do you put it?
Oh. Not trying it like that. But then you press the thing on the Animus, as I recall.
Well, you hold it down and let it up. This is the opposite.
That's it.
You push it. Yeah.
That one you just hold?
I do.
Yeah.
They do recommend that you hold it up like this, and if there's any
Okay.
air in that cartridge,
It will, yeah. Try to force itself
and it's
out.
much slower than Animus, so you can.
How long does it take?
You're about halfway there right now.
Wow. Oh, it shows you on the
You usually
pump.
get drops around 11 or 12,
And you have to have 3 drops, is it?
just like Animus.
You
Mine
gotta-
gets 6.
Well, it's faster. It's a stronger motor in the Animus.
It's funny, I get
goes
6
slow.
drops usually, and it's primed.
Well, you probably stop it sooner. Probably let up sooner before the 6 come out.
Yeah,
Okay, here we go.
here we go. I'm
So
starting
you're
to
at
see
12.4.
13.
So you really just need like 2. You know it's coming out. So on this, you physically have to stop it. So you have to go in there and press stop.
Did that do 1 or 2?
2.
2.
2 great big ones.
Okay,
And there's another one.
there's the 3rd.
You just want to see some drops. It doesn't
Mhm,
matter
mhm.
how many.
And then you check to see, or detecting insulin, okay,
So you wait for it to advance.
100%.
Alright, so leave that.
C drops at the end of the tubing, press done. If no, press fill, okay.
So the reason that's there is if somebody accidentally pushes stop before they see drops, they give you a chance to go
Oh,
in
to
and keep
redo it
filling.
again, good, okay, now plug it in.
But,
All right.
okay, please.
So, it's a checklist. You've changed your
Okay.
cartridge, you've filled the tubing, now it's time to fill the cannula. So if you touch that, it prompts you to put your device in. So now it's time to put this in there.
Okay.
And we have to, and you know how to do that.
So what are you gonna do, Marion?
You need to take your other one off.
Yeah, I know,
Okay?
yeah. I'm a wreck about this, I'm just